Hi everyone, this is going to be my November Project Pan update. So my October update was a little late and I thought about maybe pushing my November one back a little more, but I have some exciting news from the project, so I just decided to hop on and share it with you. For those of you who don't know, Project Pan is just a challenge that makeup lovers like to do sometimes, where we either use up a product entirely, or for creams and powders that are pressed tightly into a metal pan, we use it up until we can see the pan peeking through underneath. And it's a way of utilizing our makeup in creative ways, or just using it up because we usually accumulate so much of it. So before I introduce you to my products, which you'll know and maybe love from previous updates, let me tell you what's on my face before I forget. My blush and part of my eyeshadow is from a ColourPop Blush Crush palette. I've been trying to diversify what I'm using and not just my Project Pan a little bit because I'm working on certain colors. But my project called All the Things is where I want to touch every single eyeshadow pan I have. So I used this for part of it. And then I used this for part of it as well. You'll see some check marks and some hearts on some of my eyeshadow palettes. And it's for that All the Things project. Hint, hint, you might be seeing a lot more of this palette in the future. To be honest, I think I just used this white up here. And hello, most matte whites are garbage. Like, even in expensive palettes, they're garbage. This is 18 shades for $1. It was $1, and look at how cute, like, the little tiny pans are. Anyway, and then my lip, I'm kind of proud of enough that I filmed with it before I messed it all up. I just ran over here to film it. It's mostly this J.Cat lipstick that I don't know if you can get anymore. The names are all kind of messed up, but it's number PHL102. It's like a lighter purple. I put that all over, and then I used this Wet n Wild plum lipstick. It's not what it's called. My Blackberry Broke is the name of it. This is in most of the drugstores that I go to, and it's small, so you can make it precise, so I just put that around the edges. And then I couldn't help but use this like duochrome Made Your lipstick right in the middle a little bit. I don't know if you can see it, but I know it's there. Alright, so time for the actual product updates. Let me start with the blush first. First of all, this little one is still trying to make a name for themselves. I think I used it once, but other than smelling really nice, I don't have an update, so just have to acknowledge its existence so it doesn't feel badly about itself. And then, I have a little Ulta palette that a friend of mine gave me. I've had a bad experience a couple times at Ulta, so I don't tend to go in there. It doesn't have a name, but it's a face palette for a bronzer, 2 blushes, and a highlighter. And let me show you the progress. You can see a lot of the metal shining there. This highlighter pan I've been continuing to use even though I already hit pan. The bronzer I've used a little bit even though I've hit pan. So the pans may look a little bigger, especially the highlighter, but no pan in those blushes yet. Can you see the texture in that light pink one especially? I can't tell if you can, but these little rings, you can start to see them. I'm seeing it in the darker pink right now, actually. So the powders are getting low enough to the pan that I can start to see the shape of it forming, but I just haven't hit that metal pan yet. I have basically 2 months to hit these. I hope I can do it. I'm nervous about the rose one, but I have been using it on my eye. This one is subtle enough that you could use it to set your eye and then like put something more bright and colorful on top of it. So my goal was to hit all 4 of these, so I'm halfway there, but I'm close. I'm closer. 2 months should be able to do it. I'd love to just have one update in December and have hit the goal by then, but I don't know. We'll find out. And then if you've been following the channel, you know this is one of my favorite palettes. It was my first rainbow palette, and it's by a brand I've only seen on Amazon called UCANBE, and it's called Spotlight, as you can see. There are 40 shades in here. My goal was to hit 20 of them by the end of the year. Let's see if you can tell who's been hit since last time. I gotta make sure that pan is reflecting. Look, look, look! I hit the pink! I hit the pink, finally! I think it was about 2 weeks after my last update, or is it 2 weeks after my last update right now? I recently hit it, maybe in the last week from the date of recording, which is November 2nd. I hit that pink! I've been working on that pink all freaking year, and I probably hadn't really used it much before, and that's why it took so long, because it was like new basically. I mean, the palette's old, but if I hadn't touched that pan, then there wasn't much that would have, you know, already worn down the powder somewhat. The shimmers in here tended to be much softer, so I hit those a lot quicker. So now I have, let me just count rather than guess, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I need 1 more in here, and I need 2 more in here. Also, I think I finally know what's going to be the last color, and it's this bright orange down here, this kind of yellowy orange. I don't know if you can tell, but it's got a significant dip in it. It's very pigmented, so I don't need much, but a couple of times, Halloween included, I did orange all over the lid, and I just packed it on there. It feels very ready to just do a little more scratching towards the surface. I mean, I could probably take my fingernail and hit it right now, but that would be cheating. If I use it as nail polish, though, it wouldn't be cheating. So we'll see if I can get it through the rest of the month. After that, there's certain colors that I've discovered that I love in this palette, and I can't see me ever reaching for another palette for them, even now. One of them is this black. It's just tried and true. I used it in my Dr. Frankenfurter makeup that I posted a few videos ago, because it doesn't fall out. It does when you put it on, but like after it's on, and it's just a solid like smoky eye black. I'm gonna be sad if I use that up, although there's quite a bit of product in there still. This blue is just one of my favorite blues ever. It's just so gorgeous. And then I discovered this olive green shimmer here for like the first time. I really kind of fell in love with it this year. So, and some of the greens are really nice. Like, I'm still in love with some of these colors, even though I've had to use this all year. Clearly I've been using other things as well, but really trying to focus on panning these. And I've learned a lot of different ways to use them creatively. So, I mean, this was a great choice for this year. So the nerdy things that are going to bother me, if I hit this orange, all of the ones in this row will have been panned except for the dark green. However, that dark green sucks. It's so, like, sheer. I don't know if you can tell on the thing, but it just, like, looks like it would be a pretty olive green, and then it just doesn't deliver, and even building it up, it just gets yucky. So I don't think I'm ever gonna hit the pan in that full row. Also, nothing in this row has been hit. I could try for this darker orange. I don't think it's gonna happen, but I think maybe at some point continuing to use this palette, it might get hit. There's already a hard pan in this metallic orange, and it didn't work well for nail polish at all either. This purple I could possibly hit, and this red, if I used it as nail polish a few times and continued to use it for the faux freckles, I think maybe that one could be scraped down, similar to how this brown one was scraped down for that. So there could be more pan for this palette in the future. This blue pan you can barely see, so I mean that would maybe expand, and this pink is going to expand in the rest of the year too. I'm curious that some colors I thought I would hit aren't even close. Like this brown, I thought everything across the top would hit. I only just started using this one the last week or so because I needed like a Halloween, like kind of dark but not black look. But this one I'm surprised didn't hit, because I used to use one or the other all the time with a smoky eye. So like over the year, I really thought that one would hit. I feel like I didn't even know this blue was here or something. And the same with this purple up here. Like, I never go for those. I guess because I liked the other pans better, but like this one's pretty similar to the others, and so is this one. So I don't know. Those are kind of a surprise that I just never really gave them much attention. And then one of these two I thought might be hit because they're really pretty maroony red colors, red shimmers. But yeah, I'm so close in this one, and I mean, I'm still going to be using other shades other than this orange, and I got to get an outfit that I can wear the orange with. I'm still going into work, even though I've had some major health issues last week, just from the stress again. Luckily no seizure this time, but man, that was rough and severe and embarrassing to have happen at work. So I'm hoping they'll let me have a medical reason to maybe not go to the office. Okay, so I think that was everything I wanted to say. I didn't weigh them on purpose because I just want to weigh them at the end and see how much product has been used up. I'm starting to prep for next year's project pan, so I probably should weigh those products. I may make a video about it because I'm not sure what to do in the non-eyeshadow department. I better go before more dirt bikes go by, but thank you so much for watching. Check out the whole Project Pan playlist. We have some from the previous years as well, and that's it. See you next time. Bye. I have blush and part of my eye makeup. I'm also doing a project where I try to touch every eyeshadow tray. Alright, I'm gonna move this down a little bit, so sorry editing me, to where it's showing. What am I saying? We're low enough. Okay. I hate this. I hate the dirt bikes and the big trucks and stuff when I'm filming because then I lose my train of thought, and it happens very easily. Also, yes, it's November and I'm wearing a tank top. It's very warm in the top of my house. Here come his buddies. I heard at least 3. So, and this one kind of makes a nice eye set. What am I saying? Touch the pan. There wasn't much use, you know, to have narrowed it. Did I say that wrong? I think the dirt bikes just came back. Can you hear them? I can hear them. Now what? Anyway, okay.